Hello, beautiful people. Today I am coming at you with another awesome training video on trading with the trend and some tips and techniques and tricks to help you make sure you're on the right side of the market. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so right now I'm on EU on a daily time frame, and what I'm going to do is my normal routine. I'm going to mark up my chart and split it in half so I'll know that I'm on the right side of the market as usual using my swing low. So this is my swing low right here. I dropped this vertical line on it, and anything on the right tells me whether I'm on an uptrend or a downtrend. So right now this market had been trending up. There is some major resistance zone right here, so I am going to identify that so that I know that I should be getting some type of reaction here, which you can see right there. There's an awesome candle wick rejection right there, a pintail bar, and as you can see, the market did react and started making some downward momentum. Now, using my single candle signal candle strategy, sorry, I'm gonna also drop a line right here in the middle of this because the market did close below my starting point, which is the signal candle. This tells me that the market is now reversing. And then I'm also going to use this rally of the last three candles to box up, to use this as a guide on the lower time frame so I can make sure that in relation to my daily time frame, my last 3 days, I am trading with the trend. So I'll show you on a lower time frame what that may look like. I'm going to go ahead and remove this red line because it is a little distracting when I move to the lower time frame. But just keep in mind, we are now looking for sales. So on the lower time frame, this is the daily time frame already boxed up in a nice present. I am looking for my swing highs using the same strategy, and this time I'm looking for sales where the market could potentially go back to as an opportunity to retest, and so we could take this trade down. So we're going to go ahead and mark up a few zones right now. I got a swing high here. I got a swing high right here. I'm marking my zones from wick to body on the signal candle. Remember, the signal candle is always to the left of the swing high. And so I'm going to go ahead and move this market forward and kind of monitor if there is another swing high or an opportunity for entry. So notice right here, this market did retest this area. So let me go ahead and pull this back. I'm going to drop to the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, this market retested the area here. It broke below and closed below here. I take my entries on the 15th. So what I'm looking for at this point right here is for the market, which it already did because I moved this too fast. It broke and closed below here. And so now I'm waiting for an opportunity to mark up my zone for an entry. And once the market closes below, I draw my, and I have a swing point to mark to draw my fibs from the high and the low of the swing point. I can then set my sell limit, my entry limit right here to take the market down. Now, as far as where would I take it to, I will go to the most recent low. Or to that zone, but I'm going to go to the most recent low. I usually trade from zone to zone. One of the things I like to do, I forgot to mention that I also like to make sure my risk to reward ratio is worth it. So like if If this was really small, I wouldn't even bother taking a trade. I like to make sure I'm taking quality trades because there's a possibility that the market could go higher and there might be a better opportunity for an entry. So this is what I would be looking at for my risk to reward entry, risk to reward for this particular trade. Now, how can I tell that I'm trading with the trend or not, or against the trend? Simple. If you go back to the higher time frame, you'll note that the market was trending down. And at some point, the market started moving up. It started pulling back towards the zone. That's your pullback. Your pullback is counter trend trading, okay? So the question is, can I take opportunities on a pullback? Yes, just be mindful that you need to mark your areas of your structure areas, because you can't assume with anything that the market is just going to go back all the way up to this area that it didn't retest. So just trade it from zone to zone so that you're not, so that you at least take profit, and make sure you follow your rules for entry. So right here, this was a swing low. This is a signal counter. It closed below here. It closed above. And then you got your retest right here for a buy back up to here. Perfect entry in the opposite direction, okay? So that's how you can tell whether or not you're trading with or against the trend. As I said, you can use this orange box to remind you that, okay, this was the daily momentum of a downtrend. You can confirm that by even being on the higher time frame, the 4-hour, and you can see that it's making lower lows. So that is how you enter this market. This is how you confirm whether you're trading in the right direction or on the opposite. Now, I had this zone marked because I believe this market goes up a little bit higher, if I'm not mistaken, because I want to show you guys yes, it does. So for this particular case, I would have been knocked out the trade because my TP was down here. Sometimes I'll make my TP to this level and my risk to reward is like a 1 to 5 sometimes. But I want to show you what happens when you get kicked out the trade and then you find a better opportunity. Remember I said sometimes there's better opportunities for you to get back into this market? Okay, so I'm going to show you right here. So the market created another swing high point right here. Go ahead. Mark my zone. Looking for the market to break and close below, retest that area. It also created another swing point here. If you missed that opportunity, pull back into this zone right here. So with this same concept, from my high to the low of that particular move, I'm looking for entry here or above the 50%. It didn't give it. The market did not give it to me. No worries. You have another opportunity. Here's another swing high right here. And that area is where you'll be looking for the market to break and close below. So this is the swing high. This is the wick of that area. The market closes below. You take your magic fibs, swing high to swing low. You're looking for an entry right now at this level. You're in the trade. You go ahead and mark your zone. I'm going to keep it at that same level. And notice here you have a better entry. You have a better entry. You have a better entry and a better risk to reward ratio. So this trade, if you was not scaling as the market made lower lows, and I don't know what your trading plan is. If you move it in, to break even, if the market was to go against you, you might have either won or lost. Okay, this one's dead. This one right here pulled back, didn't retest this area according to my rules, so I missed this one. Saw another swing high right here. I marked the zone. Matter of fact, let me clear some of this off so you can see. Marked the zone up, was able to re-enter this market, take the trade for a better entry point as well as a risk to reward ratio. So this is what it looks like without all those extra drawings. Missed this one. That one might have capitalized on depending on how far I would have took the market down. Here's my other swing high to swing low. Sorry, wrong way. Don't forget, I'm using the swing low of that move and the swing high to mark my zones. My entry is actually up here. Perfect entry in the right direction. I'm trading with the trend, taking sales only. And when you do that, you have more of a power move. You have more momentum. And the market typically will do this. Drop, drop, drop. This is why you trade with the trend. You get more of a bigger move versus this small counter trend trade, which you get a lot of pips here. Like, I'm not knocking counter trend trade because I take counter trend trades all the time. But this video is to help you understand, or just understand where you're at in the market. And using that vertical line does help, especially if you're consistent with your strategy. So, all right, y'all. So happy trading this week. I want to see some good results. Thank you for watching my video. Feel free to ask any questions. I love you guys, and stay tuned to the next one.